So let us solve some example. So from the book of Ferdinand Singer, problem number 602, page 148. So determine the magnitude of the resultant, its pointing and its direction cosines for the following system of non-coplanar concurrent forces. So first we have the 300 pounds passing through this point. So coordinate is positive 3. So positive 3, then negative 4, so pababa, and then positive 6, so paharap. So ito yung ating 300 pounds. Then next, we have yung 400 pounds passing through negative 2, so negative 2. Then positive 4, so pataas, and then negative 5, so palikod. So ito ngayon yung ating 400 pounds force. So 400 pounds. Then lastly, we have the 200 pounds force passing through this point. So negative 4, so pakaliwa, then positive 5, then negative 3. So this is equal to 200 pounds. Again, since lahat ng forces na to duman sa origin, yung kanilang mga coordinates, yun na yung ating mga gagamitin for x, y, and z. Pero take note lang again, yung d dito, so let us denote this as d1. So we can solve or write its solution below this table. So d1 is equal to square root of 3 square plus your y is 4 square plus your z is 6 square. So this is equal to 7.81. Then for the diagonal of the rectangular parallelepiped for the force 400 pounds, so let us denote that as d2. So d2 is equal to square root of 2 square plus 4 square plus 5 square. Dito kung mapapansin natin, hindi ko na nilagay yung mga sign kasi i-square din naman. So okay lang to. Or kung gusto niyo naman ilagay, okay lang din. So ito negative 4. So, lagyan niyo ng parentheses. Then ito negative 2. Then yung negative 5. Then next we have D3. So yung D1 kanina, yung 300 pounds. So bali ito yun. So D1, then yung D2 is equal to 6.71. So D2 is 4, the 400 pounds. So D2. Then lastly for D3, this is our D3. So this is equal to negative 4 square plus 5 square plus your negative 3 square. So this is equal to 7.07.
We can now solve for the components. So we can use the other variables aside from force F to denote these given forces. Like for example, you can denote the 300 pounds as F1, F2 for the 400 pound force, and then F3 for the 200 pound force. And then for the components, you can simply put F1 sub X here and then F1 sub Y, then F1 sub Z. And then write your solution below this table. So we have for F1X, so that is equal to, again, ratio and proportion from the formula F over X or Fx over X equal to F over D. So if we will relate or solve F1X now, so that is simply equal to F1 over X equal to F over D, or that is our F1. So we have F1X equal to, your X is 3 multiplied by F1 over D. So F1 is 300 pounds over your D is 7.81. So this is equal to positive 115.24. This is 115.24 pounds. So again, yung ating table, pwede nyo palitan. Say for example, ito ay X component. Then ito, Y component. And then this is your Z component. So let us proceed to F1 sub Y. So F1 sub Y over your Y equal to F1 over D. So again, F1 sub Y. So Y, take note, is negative. So let us include or consider also the negative sign of Y for us to know the direction. So if it is negative, so meaning it is downward. or pointing downward. So that F1 sub y actually is here. Okay, so this is your F sub 1 sub y. So negative 4 multiplied by 300 over 7.81. So this is equal to 153.65. So this is downward. So pwede nyo rin hindi ilagay yung negative, pero make sure i-indicate nyo dito yung kanyang direction. The next we have F sub 1 sub z. So your z again equal to F1 over D1. So F1 sub z is equal to your z is 6 multiplied by again 300 over 7.81. So this is equal to 230.47. So in our figure, this is our f sub 1 sub z, then this is your f1 sub x. Okay, so we can now solve the other components in the same method we apply here. So let us proceed to the 400-pound force. So in the same method, dun sa previous solution natin, we use F1 over D1. So this time, so we will use the 400 pounds and D2, which is equal to 6.71. So we can now solve for the X, Y, and Z components of the 400-pound force. F2 sub X here is equal to, so take note, our unit here for the force is in pound. So we can now also solve for the Y and Z components. So yung ating 400 pounds, kung makikita nyo dun sa ating figure, so ito naman yung force natin. So yung Fx, Fy, tsaka Fz. Yung Fx to the left, so ito yun, kaya negative. Okay? So, and then yung ating Fj sa palikod, so negative din siya. And negative 298.06. Then yung Fy, so pataas. So, that is 238.45. Actually, ito naman yon. Okay, so this is our F2 sub y. This is your Fx. And this is your F sub z. Or F2 sub z, F2 sub x. So, again, take note, it's okay to not to write negative, but make sure to indicate its direction here. So, here are the components of the 400-pound force. So, next we have F3 or the 200-pound force. So, for its x component, so we have again F3 sub x over x for the 200-pound force is equal to F3 over your D3. So F3 sub x over x is negative 4 equal to F3 is 200 over your D3 is 7.07. So we have, so F3 sub x is equal to negative 113.15. Then for F sub 3 sub y, so again, similar lang dito sa ating F3 sub x yung solution. The only difference is the denominator of the components. So this is 5. Then for F3 sub z, this is negative 3. So let us change yung negative 4 to 5 so that we have your F3 sub y is 141.44. Then for F3 sub z, so negative 3 multiplied by 200 over 7.07. So that is equal to negative 84.87 pounds. So we are done with all of the components. So let us update our table. So this is F3 sub x. So we have negative 113.10. Then F3 sub y is 141.44. This is negative 84.87. So yung unit dito sa component ay naka-pound. So this is F1 sub y, so negative 153.65. So we can now solve for the summation of x, summation of y, and summation of z. So summation of fx or forces along x. So this is negative 117.14. Then summation of forces along y, 226.74. Then for summation of forces along z-axis is negative 152.46. So we can now solve for its resultant or the resultant of this force system. Okay, so for the resultant, we can use the formula R is equal to square root of summation of forces along x is negative 117.14 square plus summation of forces along y or 226.74 square plus your negative 152.46 pound square. So, ang shortcut dito sa calculator, pwedeng hindi na ilagay yung mga negative sign. Kasi ma-square din naman. So, magiging positive din yung sagot. Okay, so our resultant is 297.28. Then, second required is the pointing of the resultant. So, we are done with the magnitude. So, the pointing can be shown by simply drawing the solved summation of forces along x, along y, and along z axis. So, negative 117.14 for summation of forces along x. So, meaning that is to the left. So, this is our summation of forces along x. Then, for summation of forces along y, so that is positive. So, meaning that is upward. So, this is your summation of forces along y. Then, negative 152.46. Since we have negative, so therefore, meron tayong papalikod na summation of forces along z. Then, from that, we can draw the rectangular parallelepiped and then draw the diagonal, which will be our resultant. So, ito na yung kanyang pointing. And the last required is direction cosine. So, meaning that is simply cosine of the angle between the resultant and its component. So, let us start with cosine of angle theta sub x or yung angle of inclination ng ating resultant with respect to the x component or x-axis. So, this is our theta sub x, which is equal to adjacent summation of forces along x over r. So, dito, for summation of forces along x, huwag na natin ilagay yung negative sign kasi cosine naman ang tinatanong. And isa pa, if we solve the negative arc cosine of 0.394, we can solve 113.2 degrees, which is not realistic dito sa ating figure. Okay, so much better, wala na yung negative sign nito. Kasi kung halimbawa hanapin yung angle or yung theta sub x at mailagay natin yung negative, so mali na yon. So, ang ilalagay natin sa arc cosine kung sakaling hanapin yung theta sub x ay yung positive. So that we can solve the angle which is equal to 66.8 degrees. So, although dito hindi naman hinahanap yung angle, yung cosine lang. Cosine ng mga angles. So, next we have cosine theta sub y. Okay, so this is our theta sub y, which is equal to summation of forces along y over r. So, this is equal to 0.763. Okay, so last, we have cosine of theta sub z equal to summation of forces along z. So, we have 152.46 over our r, 297.28. So, this is equal to 0.513. So, you can write 3 or 2 or 4 decimal places. So, we are done with our problem. So, let us proceed to next problem. A force of 100 pounds is directed from A towards B in the cube shown. So, this is point A. This is our point B. So, we have a force of 100 pounds. So, let us denote that as force F. Determine the moment of the force about each of the coordinate axes. So, meaning that this moment with respect to the x-axis, the y, and with respect to the z-axis. So, first of all, we need to, again, determine the dimension of the cube or rectangular parallelepiped based dun sa line of action or dun sa point A tsaka point B. So, let us solve for x distance from point A to point B. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 or simply 4 feet. Next, for y, so vertical distance. So, this is point A. So, this is point B. Meaning we have 1, 2, 3. So, 3 units for y. And then last, we have z. So, from point A to papalikod, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4.
4 feet. And then take note lang, kung ito yung ating force na 100 pounds, so yung kanyang component ay ito para sa Fy. And then for Fx is this one. Then lastly, we have Fj. So yung Fj ay palikod, yung Fx to the right, then Fy ay downward. So meaning, negative to, tapos yung F sub j ay negative din. Pero again, pwede nyo hindi isama yung sign, basta indicate lang yung direction later. Okay, so solution again for the components or D. Okay, so for D, so this is actually x square plus y square plus z square. So these are the values of x, y, and z. So this is equal to square root of 41 or 6.4. So let us try naman yung other solution natin or yung D, gawin natin siya naka-square root. So square root of 41. So para mas exacto yung ating sagot. So we can now solve for the components. Since hindi naman natin kayang isolve agad-agad yung moment ng force na to with respect dun sa mga axis. Kaya ang solve natin, yung mga component. So kumbaga ganito yung concept na i-apply natin yung nasa isang illustrative problem natin. Okay, so kailangan na isolve yung mga components. Then yung ating line of sight, ilalagay natin dun sa mga axis. So for Fx, so we have Fx over yung x dun sa ating rectangular parallelepiped. So this is equal to the force given over our D. So Fx over x is 4 equal to F is 100 pound over D is square root of 41 feet. So the unit of these two is in feet. So therefore, makakancel lang. So we have Fx equal to 62.47. Kung mapapansin natin sa calculator, ginawa kong 400 kasi yun ay 4 times 100 lang. So mas madali yung aking computation. Instead, na-type ko pa yung 4 multiplied by 100. So this is 62.47. Next, for Fy, so we have Fy over yung ating y ay 3 equal to again yung F over D, yung 100 over square root of 41. So Fy is equal to, so ngayon multiply naman natin yung 3 dun sa 100. So yun ay 300 or 46.85 pounds. Plus for F sub j, so Fj over yung distance along j is 4. So equal to again 100 over square root of 41. So F sub j is equal to 62.47 pounds also. So pareho lang dito. So 400 over square root of 41. Now we can now solve for the moment. Okay, so let us write our solution here. Okay, so consider natin yung moment with respect to the x-axis. Okay, so lagyan natin yung ating line of sight dito. Pag ganyan yung ating tingin. So meron tayong y tsaka z. Okay, and then yung ating point ay nandito. Ito yung point A. Then yung point B nandito sa ating y-axis. Yung z. Ito ngayon yung ating force. And then, ano bang meron tayo? Yung kanyang component. So, yung component niya, drawing natin. So, take note, ito yung ating Fj or F sub j. Then, ito yung ating F sub y. So, kapag nag-moment tayo, alam naman natin, hindi na kailangan ilagay pa yung mga negative dito or yung negative sign ng Fy saka yung Fj. So, yung Fx kanina dito, lagyan natin, ito ay to the right. Yung Fy ay downward. Then, yung F sub j ay palikod. Okay? So, we can now solve for the moment with respect to the x-axis, assuming counterclockwise positive. Okay, so moment at the x-axis or with respect to the x-axis, assuming counterclockwise positive is equal to, yung ating Fj ay clockwise, then yung ating Fy ay counter. So, mauna yung Fy. Okay, so Fy, moment arm is from this point up to this point, that is 4 feet. Okay, so 4 feet ito. Then next, we have F sub z. F sub z, so ang moment arm niya, again, with respect to the x-axis, so meaning mula dito hanggang dito. So that is 4 feet also. So let us substitute our force along y is 46.87 or 85 multiplied by 4 minus F sub z, so 62.47 multiplied by 4. So this is equal to negative 62.48. So this is meaning clockwise. Okay. If you want to write this as 62.48 foot-pounds, it's okay, but make sure to include its direction or indicate its direction. So this is clockwise. So next unknown, we have moment with respect to the y-axis. So if you will consider the x-axis, so lalagyan natin yung ating line of sight dito sa taas. So assuming ito yung ating I direction or yung ating line of sight. So ang makikita natin ay yung y-axis as point na lang. And then we have our Fz or z-axis at yung ating x-axis. So pwede natin ilagay yung mga forces. So nandito yung point A. So therefore ito yung kanyang force along z-axis. Ito yung ating z-axis. Ito yung point A. So this is our F sub z. Then next we have your Fx. So yung Fx natin dyan ay pakanan. So ang moment arm with respect to the x-axis for F sub z is 0 since dadaan siya doon, yung kanyang line of action. And then for the moment arm of F sub x, we have 4 feet. So from point A hanggang sa y, so 4 feet. So let us assume again, counterclockwise, moment positive. Okay, so we have moment at point y or y-axis equal to, we only have positive fx or f sub x multiplied by 4. Okay, so since ito ay counterclockwise, so equal to f sub x is equal to 62.47 multiplied by 4. So our unit is in pounds and in feet. So therefore, our unit for moment is again foot-pounds. So this is equal to 249.88. So its direction is counterclockwise. So last unknown, we have moment at the z-axis. So again, let us put our line of sight here. So ito yung ating direction ng ating paningin. So makikita natin yung ating z-axis. We have point A, the forces Fx, and of course our Fy. So the moment of F sub y here is 0 since its line of action will pass through point J or sa z-axis. Then yung ating F sub x, ang moment arm niya with respect to the z-axis, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 feet. So since isa lang yung force natin na may moment, and then ang direction niya ay clockwise, so we can assume clockwise moment ay positive. So moment at the z-axis is equal to f sub x multiplied by 4 feet. So this is equal to fx is equal to 62.47 multiplied by 4. So again, we have the same moment doon sa ating moment along y. So this is 249.88 foot-pounds. So we are done with this chapter. Thank you for watching.